I have done millions of dollars in real estate revenue and built multiple companies to seven figures a year and beyond. I've worked with hundreds of real estate investors and agents around the country. And in this video, what you're going to learn is the $1 million marketing blueprint that we charge up to $25,000 for. And if you're new to my YouTube channel here, my name is Ruud-Johnson. I founded HelloPad in 2018 and gone on to do hundreds of real estate transactions and found other businesses. I've also consulted and worked with hundreds of investors and agents around the country, from family offices and private equity firms all the way down to mom and pop owners. And in this video, I'm going to teach you the same marketing blueprint that I charge up to $25,000 for. I call it the $1 million marketing blueprint. And the reality is, you guys, most of you would be thrilled with $1 million of profit per year from a real estate business if you're in real estate, an agent or an investor. And this marketing plan can get you there. That's why I call it the $1 million blueprint. And so without further ado, I'm going to jump right into the video. I'm going to be drawing in this video. I'm a visual learner. Visual to me is a great way to learn, screenshot, and capture information. So I'm going to get right into drawing for you the $1 million marketing blueprint if you are a real estate agent or investor, and it also works with commercial real estate deals and big off-market commercial deals. So I'm going to start from the top here, you guys, and I want you to understand some metrics, okay? So some metrics on marketing and real estate are, and the important data that everyone should know when it comes to real estate marketing, okay? The data is 1 out of every 50 cold call leads in the country closes. So I'll call that leads to contract. 1 out of 50 leads returns into a contract for cold calling across the country, across all markets, skill levels, asset classes. Okay. About 1 out of 25 leads to contract. So this is cold call. This is mail. And then if you're doing some kind of inbound SEO, pay-per-click, Facebook ads, right, any kind of inbound media buying, you should be somewhere in the range, but pretty close to 1 in 12. So lead to contract, right? So call that media buying, MB. So Facebook ads, pay-per-click, SEO. Okay, so those are the numbers. The second data point to remember, and that's really important as we talk today about the $1 million marketing blueprint, is return on ad spend, right? What return on ad spend are you getting for the dollars you're spending? And a lot of real estate agents and investors are notorious for thinking marketing is an expense and not an investment. Marketing is an investment. So what return on ad spend gets you to the actual return on investment, or ROI, that you want to be, right? So we'll start with cold calling. You want to see about a 4x return on ad spend. If you're below a 2x, that's a problem. If you're above a 5x, you need to start spending more, because if you're printing money at a 5x return, why not ramp that up? Mail, I want you at a 3x return on ad spend or more. And pay-per-click, I want you at a 3x return on ad spend or more. Okay, that is the numbers you should aim for. Return on ad spend, what does that mean? Well, that means if I spend $10,000 on a marketing campaign, I want $40,000 to come back. So as you average out, and you don't want to track this in a month, but as you average out your year, your quarters, you want to essentially see a 3 to 4x return on ad spend across your marketing channel. So those are the data. That's what we're shooting for as we build our $1 million marketing blueprint. Okay, the factors, the variables on the table are leads, how you source leads, what tech you use. But one of the most important parts of this, and I recommend you also go watch our $1 million sales process video. If we do not get this right, nothing else matters. And if you're not in our free school community yet with hundreds of other active agents and investors, below this video, very active, very engaged, weekly live calls, all kinds of resources, you can go join for free and start getting into the sales process you need to have if you're an agent or an investor to get to these numbers, to get to 1 in 50, 1 in 25, 1 in 12 between outbound cold, outbound warm, and inbound media buying marketing channels. So that's data, return on ad spend, and variables. Now, to me, the best blueprint every single person should have if they want to build a $1 million marketing blueprint, they need to have an outbound component. Okay. And they need to have an inbound component. And I spell inbound wrong, but that proves this is real time. You get the message. Outbound component. I think cold calling is a great part of the $1 million blueprint. Why do I believe cold calling is a great part of the $1 million blueprint? Well, the reality is, you guys, is that cold calling is a very high volume, low risk, because your average cost per lead should be about $35 to $45. Okay. So cold calling is very low risk marketing channel, very high utility. You get a lot of reps and you build a lot of confidence, and most of you guys can fill a pipeline. And also, if you, as you build a team, you need really high volume marketing to really build and train a team. On the inbound side, right, I think you really have two different options to go here. You can go something with like Facebook ads and SEO, or you can go something like pay-per-click. I think pay-per-click is a great add-on. And I think for the top here, everyone should shoot for about a $5,000 budget, which should bring you 100 plus leads. And that's per month. Okay. So 100 plus leads per month on a $5,000 per month or more budget. You can do it for less, but that's the number you should all shoot for, because our goal is to get to 5 to 10 leads per day to really maximize our $1 million blueprint. Pay-per-click, you'll be at a cost per lead, depending on where you are in the country, at $250 or more. And I recommend at least a $5,000 spend here. And that'll get you to really 20 plus leads a month. And when we look at our cost per lead, so 100 leads, right, that's going to create up here. If you look at our formula, that's going to create 2 deals. So to start here, that's going to create 2 deals. And this is going to create 1 deal based on our closing percentages. Okay. So far on this $1 million blueprint, we are sourcing based on the data we know, and we know this from hundreds of active clients, that you will be creating 2 deals per month at least with 100 leads with cold calling, and a deal with inbound. That's 3 deals per month. So now we're going to get that 4th deal, and that 4th deal is magical because of what pushes you over. Average deal size on an assignment fee, about 20 grand around the country. So you're about 60 grand, $25,000. Flip profit more like 50. And you can do whatever you want with these deals. And then I recommend targeted. And I created a new label called targeted because mail for me isn't really inbound or outbound. It's kind of a hybrid. And so we're going to mail people that we can't get on the phone. So when we pull a list and we cold call it, if we can't get them on the phone and they're also not coming in through pay-per-click, well, we're going to do targeted mail. And there's 2 lists that we're going to mail. We're going to mail our no answers, and we are going to mail our golden address list. And so what is our no answer list, right? These are people who do not answer our cold calls after 5 attempts. And you do want to follow TCPA and DNC regulations if you're going to be cold calling. I'll talk more about that at the end. So you do want to cold call people. You want to mail people that you made 5 attempts to call and you cannot get them on the phone. I'm not a fan of cold texting. Regulations are brutal. You don't want to get caught with your pants down and do stuff that's not compliant. Golden address list, right? What is a golden address list? These are niche lists. So we are mailing anyone that's a pre-foreclosure, a tax delinquent, a code violation, and we're also mailing our change of address. So change of address, people that have recently changed their address. When you skip trace or skip a list through a reputable source like Easy Button Skip Trace that you'll see below, you'll get a 3rd address back. That's a change of address. About call it 7% of a list will be a change of address. They're not getting a lot of mail yet. That's a great list to mail. So I also think a budget of $5K is appropriate here. And you should expect on $5K, you should expect about 35 to 50 leads. And that'll bring you that 4th deal per month, which should get you to about $100,000 per month, $80,000+ per month, which is $1 million a year. And you can scale this as big as you want, and you can also go smaller than you want, right? Like our base package for our clients, the link you'll see below at Easy Button Leads, is we deliver 50 of these. That's our base package because that means it's a deal a month. So you don't have to go here. But for you guys that are out there on the carousel of coaches, gurus, masterminds, you're trying to build a $1 million business. And most of you guys would be very happy with a $1 million real estate business if you're a listing agent or a investor. If you're an agent, that means $1 million of gross commissions come in. If you're an investor, that means $1 million of assignment fee, flip revenue, development revenue come in the door. You're going to be happy, right? Because you should be running on 30, 40, 50% margins. So screenshot this, you guys. Take a photo on your computer or your tablet or your phone, wherever you're watching this video. Burn this into your head, right? This is the way you get to $1 million, and you have to combine it with the sales process here. So make sure you spend time and go watch our $1 million sales process video as well. So I'm going to make my screen big again. I'm going to leave you guys with this message. If you are in real estate, you have to think of marketing as an investment and not an expense. And if you do that, and you can get a 3, 4, 5x return on ad spend. The way you get to $1 million per year is investing in marketing, getting better at sales, leads conversion operations. So as you increase lead flow, you get better at sales, your sales process improves, and you also eventually build a team. Again, our free school community is down below this video, absolutely free, no strings attached. You get a live call per week and a bunch of resources we talked about today. You can also, if you're ready for us to send you daily leads and coach you and make sure you know how to close and grow your team, grow your operations, and cover all leads, conversion, and operation items, click the easy button leads link down below, and we will take care of that for you. And if you want to start mailing golden address lists, click easy button skip trace down below. And as always, you guys, you are one deal away. And if you haven't followed me yet on YouTube, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.